as the DA, and I think as a citizen of our state, what you want is low crime and low incarceration rates. You want low crime and not a lot of people in custody. What we had 20 or 30 years ago was 0 for 2. High crime and a lot of people in custody and no trauma recovery centers for survivors. What we have today, much lower crime, many fewer people incarcerated, and hundreds of millions of dollars being spent to help survivors of crime. As the DA, I'm concerned about, of course, holding perpetrators appropriately accountable, number one. Number two, equally important, helping victims recover from their trauma. I think for too long in the criminal justice system, many have had the idea that the way we help victims is by throwing perpetrators in prison for tens of years. We somehow thought we helped the victim by punishing the perpetrator. Well, sometimes that's something that can help the victim recover, to know that their perpetrator was held appropriately accountable. But we also need to spend money helping the victims of crime heal. Psychological services, counseling, assistance with getting jobs, putting their lives back together. And the reason we want to help these victims is because that's the right thing to do. And the other thing that a lot of us in the criminal justice system know is that whether someone is a defendant or a victim of a crime is often a moment in time. And some of our defendants were previous victims of crime who were never treated and never helped to recover, and then went on to become perpetrators. So I think Proposition 20 is exactly the wrong direction. It takes us back to where we were 20 or 30 years ago. It's going to take money away from victims of crime who we want to help heal, because that's the right thing to do and because that really lowers crime, and instead is going to spend more money locking people up, which is not the answer. And I really encourage Californians to vote no on Proposition 20 and allow the state to continue in the direction it's been going the last 10 years, which is low crime, fewer people incarcerated, more services for crime victims.
提醒观众，错过选民登记截止日的加州选民，依然可以赶在11月3号选举投票日之前，提早到投票站现场完成选民登记，提早投票，来避免投票日当天拥挤的排队人潮。